SjoW, can you hear us? Is that?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh my. Okay, first question. Is that the most unbelievable game you've ever been a part of?
Yeah, yes.
We were yelling
insane.
for like 9 turns in a row.
I've never seen anything like that. Talk to us about that game.
Well, he drew the nuts. He had all the answers early game, so I was behind from the start. But since the matchup is so good anyway, I still had a chance all the time. He did have like a lot of take cards, not suited for Zoo, so that also helped me. Like if you played a standard control warrior, I would probably be out of the game already from the early game. So I mean, there was like, I think I did one mistake there. I should have traded my imp to his cruel taskmaster to play around execute and the second brawl maybe. But I mean, what can we say? That's the best game I ever played.
Enough analysis about that game. Analysis in a bit. I mean, what does it feel like to be in that position and see the brawl come from his hand?
Well, for me at that point, I felt like kind of hopeless. But you know, when I saw the brawl winning, I was like, yeah, I probably won this because I have PO, so I'm gonna win next turn if he doesn't kill Mal'Ganis.
Yeah, your last 2 cards are Power Overwhelming and Doomguard, correct?
I only run one Doomguard, so it was PO and something else.
That actually makes a really big difference in that.
So I'm going to go back to some of the other games. It's kind of hard to remember them after that one. Just unbelievable. Best game I've probably ever seen. But what did you think of this match against Kranich? You saw some very interesting cards, you know, mind control tech, some Kodos, some very interesting things going on.
Yeah, I'm not sure about what he tried to target with the Kodos.
I think Acolyte
mind control tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he tried. Yeah, that makes sense because he probably watched my stream, and I've been doing well with Patreon lately, and he probably thought I would play that, so he really wanted to target that, I think. And even if he did, like his warrior also targeted my Patreon, like it's still winnable because Patreon is so good if you draw the cards in the right moment.
All right, so you move up to now 5 wins in HPL. You're sitting at a 5-1 record. Talk to us about how you're feeling so far this way through the season, and what do you think your chances are to actually take this whole event?
It feels good. I'm probably gonna qualify for the playoffs, but you know, it's hard, so anything can happen. I have a good chance to win if I am well prepared for the playoffs.
Would you consider yourself the favorite?
One of the favorites. It depends. Like right now, my shape right now is good, but it switches. Like the meta can switch, and the meta might not suit me when the playoffs are played. So I can feel worse than I am now.
Is there anyone that you're afraid to play against?
No, not really. I mean, I played all these guys all the time. It's like no one I'm particularly afraid of.
Amazing match, amazing game, great match SjoW. Congratulations on moving to 5-1. Just unbelievable. I'm speechless. That game.
It was insane.
Wow, what an unbelievable. Thank you so much for your time, SjoW. By the way, I'm still just stunned by that last game. I mean,
that's the best game I've ever seen.
What a night here in HPL. That's the last thing I think I expected to happen was the way that panned out. So that's our 3rd match of the night in the books now. SjoW moves up to 3-1, but just what a game we saw. Kranich came swinging wildly with all kinds of cards that we're not used to seeing. Mind control tech, it rotates in from time to time, but Stampeding Kodo, Mech Rogue, Revenge in his warrior deck, these are kind of choices that are much more unconventional than you typically see.
Yeah, this is something we've seen from Kranich a few times, and a problem that I have with him in some of his queues. You see him get to the 5th game of a match here, but he queued up Mech Rogue, as you said, and just was never really in that game. So you feel like he kind of maybe threw away a game there in this match and then lost, just a heartbreaker in game 5 here to SjoW. So, if he refines his strategies a little bit more, I'm not saying, don't be creative, but, maybe just a little bit different from that spot, something a little more competitive, he might have been, not even in this game 5.
That's definitely a possibility. We can take a look at the standings and now see where both of these players sit. Once again, SjoW moves up to a 5-1 record. He is right up there with Dog.
Just tied Dog for the best record, yeah.
Yeah, both those guys at the forefront. And then Kranich moves down to an even record once again. You know, his creativity, it's been paying off in spots, but he's also, you know, it's been costing him in some spots as well.
So the second biggest story for me tonight, since that game was so amazing, SjoW getting the 6th win here, first player to 6 wins here in HPL. Just amazing turnaround. Started 0-2, he's 6-1 in his last 7 matches.
Beautiful stuff that we've seen from him. And then, of course, Super JJ also picking up his match versus Caldi.
I almost just forgot about that match. It's been so crazy tonight.
It's a big win for him as well. You know, these players really starting to make headway towards that top 8 spot. And that's such an important spot to be in because, once again, any team that puts a player in that top 8 spot automatically invited back for Season 2. And that's tonight's matchups. But Monday, we're going to have more for you. No shortage of stuff that's going on in that one. ECOP versus Zalay is going to be the first one up. Zalay looking to really start to turn the season around. He's been kind of even so far.
Yeah, he was at a 2-3 mark, but he got a good win here against Green Sheep. Looked like he might have almost been getting reverse swept, but he's at 3-3 here. ECOP really needs to turn some stuff around.
Yeah, he's sitting towards the bottom of the rankings as well. Not been having the best matchups for him, even despite the fact that he's actually been having a pretty even record in terms of games. His matches have typically been going to 5 games. And then Muzzy versus Kranich, you know, we're still looking for Muzzy to kind of find himself here in HPL, and always looking forward to see what Kranich is going to bring.
Yeah, Kranich might have something crazy in this match. I want to see Muzzy really take a step forward here. I believe he can do it. There seems to be a lot of talent here. And then the last one of the night, we have Dog returning, our #1 seed here right now. Best record in HPL. He's going to be playing against Era.
Yeah, Era also has been bringing a lot of interesting stuff as well. So a lot of creativity looks like in the works for Monday. So you make sure you don't want to miss that one. You can follow along with your players' favorite stats over at pvplive.net. See their standings, where they played right now, who they've played, and who they're going to play in the coming up weeks. You can also catch the full VODs, recaps, everything you need to know about those strategies. And remember, every Monday through Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on this channel, twitch.tv/pvplive, we're going to have more matches. Hit that follow button. Make sure that you never miss a live show. That's going to do it for this week at HPL. This has been the best one that we have seen so far. For everyone at the PvP Live studios here in Frisco, Texas, I am Nathan, that's Admiral Zamora with the Tan and Grace. Thank you for watching Hearthstone on PvP Live, and we'll see you tomorrow night.